What's happening, everybody? Your host, LovelyCheesePizza here. Welcome back to Let's Play some more Tabletop Racing World Tour. And, where were we? Were we looking at a championship? No, we just got done with a championship. That's right. So, we're going to be doing a pursuit race. Oh, good. Good. That's exactly what I love to hear. Getting these things out of the way is what makes me truly happy inside, because I imagine there will be a point where these are not going to be easy anymore, and I'm going to be really upset about them when I have to do them. So I might as well at least take some sort of excitement in the fact that I can do them with relative ease right now, because there will be a time. But oh boy. It would make it a lot harder to try to catch these guys if you had to do it while there were a bunch of pedestrians walking by or something. This is a different... Oh, I can't remember this one now. I was like, wait a minute, this is a different version of this track that I'm not used to. But then it hit me that I have totally done this version before, because I have gotten to the part with the next set of cars. I think I've only done this track once or twice, so kind of threw me off a little bit. But yeah, imagine trying to do this level if there were a bunch of pedestrians walking by across the screen while you're trying to catch up to this guy. It'd be so fucking hard. Really glad that's not the case. You're just sitting there just driving through a sea of people and just splattering them all over the place, and their body parts are just flapping up against the screen. That would be way too gory for a game like this, though. It'd be very slowly turning into a fucking Demolition Derby or Twisted Metal or something. It would be insane. Or even Dead Rising or something. Dead Rising, I know, has a lot of vehicles just mowing people over it with crazy shit. But oh, you know what? Oh, that actually reminds me of something that I saw today. And no, it was not people getting run over by people on dirt bikes with spikes and weapons attached to them. Albeit, if I saw that in real life, my jaw would it would detach from my face and just fucking splat on the ground, and my tongue would just be going blah, 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 everywhere, because that would probably be, I would imagine, would happen if you didn't have a jaw for your, a bottom part of your mouth for your tongue to sit in. It'd just be being all fucking willy-nilly everywhere. But that's not the point. I saw a group of 3 girls today that could have very easily got themselves killed had they been any stupider than they already were. I was just like, what in the fuck are you doing? It was just the stupidity was at a remarkably high level, and it was outrageous. So let's see. First of all, if we gotta get the fast lap here. Gotta get that fast car NASCAR thing going on. But so these 3 fucking idiot girls, I'm gonna guess that they were in high school. They didn't look like they were any older than 18. I'm calling at least 2 out of the 3 of them were 17, and maybe the other one was 16. I don't know. They were pretty small. That's why I say it. But so these girls, I'm going over to the bank. And I get in the drive-through line just because it was it's a Friday and the bank is just chock full of people. So I go get in line, and oh boy, I don't think that we're going to be able to. Oh boy, fuck! Come on! Oh, well, shit. We're not gonna get it. That one bad turn ruined the whole thing. I would have had it if I would have had a better turn right there. Oh well, what do you do? So I go into the drive-through lane for this thing, and while I'm there, because there's a long line of people, I was just kind of looking around and see what's going on out there, and I see these 3 girls walking across the street. Nothing weird about them. That's a pretty standard fare for any fucking town in the world, that you're gonna have girls walking across the street. But a little bit of a different situation here. So these girls, stupidity, man. These girls, they're walking. They're on the crosswalk, and the light turns green or that weird whitish color that tells them, hey, you can walk across now. Just hurry the fuck up, because people are waiting and they don't want to put up with your bullshit. So they start walking. And they get about 2/3 of the way across the street, and then all of a sudden, for no fucking reason at all that I'm still perplexed by this, they stop in the middle of the road and they stop in the middle of the road and they just pose for a fucking selfie picture, and the thing had already turned orange by then, and so they're all just standing there making their fucking weird poses and kissy face bullshit, you know, holding the phone out and like taking like 3 or 4 of them, and they're just standing in the middle of the fucking road. It was just, and like it got to a point where, you know, the traffic light turned green, and so the people are like, hey, we want to fucking get out of here. And they're just standing in the middle of the road, and so like the person in the front of the line, they honked at them, and these girls, like it shocked them for a second because I think their stupidity and their pure moronic behavior finally sunk in for a moment, and the person was like, get out of the road, and these 3 girls looked at the person, flipped him off, and said, fuck you, and I could hear it like all the way, like I was like a solid like probably 70 yards away from him, and they're just like, fuck you, and it's just like, but it's your fault. Like, why are you mad at the person that's being mad at you legitimately for the stupid piece of shit thing that you're doing in the road right now? It's I was like, a part of me, as horrible as it sounds, there was a part of me that was just like, oh, come on, fucking run him over, just fucking run him over. You know, the poor decision that they made makes the one that you're seriously considering making a fairly good one right now. So just do it, man. Thin out the population a little bit by putting these morons in a cement grave, please. And then I realized, hey man, that's a really shitty thing to think in your brain. You should feel horrendously bad for that, and, you know, repent for your sins later or something, because that's really bad. I mean, yeah, it's pretty fucked up that they're holding up traffic by taking stupid pictures that they're probably going to delete all of them because they think that they're all terrible, even if they're fine, because girls do that. But I couldn't believe it, man. That was mind-bogglingly stupid. I've seen a lot of, you know, strange, kind of weirdly inopportune places to take selfie pictures. But in the middle of the road, like during crossing a crosswalk, it's gotta be the one that takes the cake. That is the ultimate place that I think is probably the worst for that. I mean, they may as well just like walked into oncoming traffic on the freeway and decided to try pulling that one. That would have actually been pretty interesting to see, actually. But besides the point. So, yeah, dude, totally fucking ridiculous. Would have loved to have seen something a little bit more interesting come out of that, but that will do. That will do. You know what I'm really interested to play, and I'm probably gonna have to wait to do it until I get a new external hard drive to store my stuff on. Which, by the way, I filled up yet another external hard drive full of game footage. More Let's Play stuff has filled up another one, so as soon as I get paid on Monday, I'm going to have to go out and buy myself a third external to put my stuff on. I'm at a point right now where I'm having to store this shit on my desktop, and I don't like doing that. I don't like the clutter. It drives me crazy. So, but I really want to play the new Resident Evil. I may even break down and just start making a little bit of it tomorrow night after I get home from work. Because I'm chomping at the bit for it. The demo finally finished downloading, and I'm really wanting to do it. I can't wait to see, like, if they maybe like debut some different like new like melee weapons to use, because they're going all first person on it, and so it wouldn't surprise me if they had like some cool melee weapons to use for fighting the zombie menace. It'd be great. It'd be like controlling your own, you know, protagonist from an 80s slasher film or something. It'd be fucking awesome, and I can't wait. Which, by the way, I decided to have like a little marathon the other night of watching, you know, some 80s and early 90s horror movies, just because I haven't done that in a little while. And I decided to take the plunge on a couple different movies I've not seen before. That Watch Mojo, seeing one of their little top 10 videos had spurred me into watching, and oh my god, I am so glad I did it, because they're fucking crazy, dude. I think that the 80s and the early 90s were like one of the golden ages of horror movies. I'm calling it. There were so many like weirdly innovative ideas for horror movies back then. Like, they really have run out. I don't want to say they've run out of ideas, but the stock has run a little thin, I would say, these days. But the two that I decided to watch were just fucking gold, man. Especially the weapons that were used in it, I think were two of the most ridiculous things I think I've come across, and it's fantastic. The video that I watched from Watch Mojo, it was 10, I think it was like 10 great horror movie weapons or something like that. And so the the first movie that I watched was a movie, I think it came out in like 85 or something like that. It was called Slumber Party Massacre 2, which I'd love to see Slumber Party Massacre 1 if it's anything like this. It's like a movie of these teenagers having a slumber party, and this guy that's like dressed up like a fake as hell Elvis like crashes the party, and he just starts going on a slashing rampage, but his weapon of choice is the most amazing fucking thing in the world. He decides to have this awesome fucking red electric guitar, and the part that makes it a weapon is that he rigged this special like long as hell power drill at the end of it, that whenever he plays notes on his guitar, the thing starts like spinning, and he would totally just like run people through and just start playing music and just tear them into pieces, man. It was so amazing. Oh man, and like they were really bold back in that time for like actually showing it. There's one part where I think I can't remember it fully, but there were like these two people that were in, I think they were like laying on a bed, and somehow the guy like snuck in there, and he starts playing something, and he like drills right through the back, like he impales this guy, drills right through his back, and you can see the drill poke through his stomach and just like start just going, and it's so gruesome, but it's so awesome. And like the best part about it is like the guy is super cheap. Like not only is he going on just like a murderous rampage in this and crashing this party, but he's got like all these like choreographed dance moves and stuff and like all these songs and shit that he's playing like while he's going through the house, just like murdering everybody in cold blood. It is absolutely fantastic. You guys have to check it out if that type of movie strikes your fancy. I think that you would love it. And then the other one, I can't remember the name of the movie. It has been escaping me this whole time. I want to say that it's called, like, oh god, I can't remember. But essentially what it is like this one, oh boy, well, there you go. Flew off onto the carpet there. Andy, I thought I told you to put these away. Okay. But essentially what it is it's a guy that he gets into like a really weird predicament where like his mom turns into a zombie, and then like I think it's like his house, like he's like a housewarming party going on, and the entire thing gets crashed by zombies, and it's just this really weird ass thing, and so he's got to defend the honor of his house and try to stay alive. And there's this one part where he gets like all these zombies into one condensed area at this house where this party was going on, and he just fucking bursts open through the front door. And I want to say he had like a super cheesy ass line. I can't remember very well because I was falling asleep at this point. But there's this point he's like, I think he said "party's over," and I think he had like some blood on his face. And this fucker bursts open the door, and he has just like a standard lawnmower, and he picks the thing up, on its end so that like the blades from the bottom are showing. Oh, another pursuit, huh? All right. Well, we'll do another one of these while we're talking about the rest of this. He has this. Let's do acceleration, handling, and another one of these, and another one of these, and another one of these. Okay, we're good. So he just picks up the lawnmower, turns it on, and
and so like the blades are just spinning like crazy, and he just slowly, using that lawnmower as a shield and a weapon, he just charges right into this onslaught of zombies that are just right in the house. And it is possibly one of the most gruesome things I have ever seen. He just runs right into him, and it just, you can just see like arms and like fingers and just like chunks of flesh just flying off of everybody, and just blood flying everywhere. It is absolutely amazing. Like, I don't think I've seen anything super gory like that in a movie lately that I can just be like, holy shit, that was awesome. I can't recall a time where that's been a thought that's crossed my brain in a horror movie that I've seen in recent times. I'm sure there's probably one out there. I can't recall it off the top of my head, but I remember when I saw that, I was just like, whoa, holy shit. It was awesome. So, most certainly, if you're looking for a couple of horror movies that aren't necessarily scary, but they're just the gore factor and some of the cheesy dialogue will just make your fucking head spin, definitely check out Slumber Party Massacre 2. I don't know where you'd find it necessarily. I had to download mine off the internet just because, internet's where you find everything these days. So I did it that way. I just torrented mine. And then I gotta remember what the name of that movie is. I'll leave an annotation in this video right here for what the name of that movie is. I can't remember what it is right now. So we'll figure that out. I am definitely catching this guy. He's not going to be able to stay away from me for long. No, he won't. No, he will not. Not with my Nazi goodness. I love that there was like a mutual agreement here that we're like, hey, what just happened? That was weird. What was that all about? Did you see that? I slammed into him into a wall, and he's just like, fuck it, I'm a fucking phantom. That was weird. I didn't realize that they gave him a pass for being a fucking magician in that sense. That was weird. Alright, well, glad that's all over. But yeah, good times all around. So, alright, well, look at that. We made some nice little progress there. We got through 6 races right there, and only the one problem on that fast lap race in the sushi shop. So, it looks like, my friends, when we come back on the next installment of Let's Play Tabletop Racing World Tour, we've got these 4 races to do, and then the Turbo Championship finale I think will bring it to a nice close there, which will open up the next set of races where we get to use the top of the line, the cream of the crop, and all the filling inside of the Oreo, because that's the best part of it anyways. Yeah, all that good stuff. So that'll be what we do next time. Until then, my friends, this is your host, Lovely Cheese Pizza, saying thank you guys for watching. Check out some awesome slasher movies of the 80s, and don't take selfies in the middle of traffic. Otherwise, I will find you, and I will murder you. I will gladly go to jail for that, knowing that I got somebody out of the world that decided to take selfies in the middle of fucking oncoming traffic. So, doing the world a service. One murder at a time. I'm not actually going to do that, just in case there were any police officers that were watching this video that were now wanting to put me on a wanted list for literally saying that I will go out and kill somebody, especially this day and age where that's actually happening a lot. So I'm not going to do it. Wink, wink. Yay. All right. Bye, everybody. Take care.